Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey. Tonight, our freeways are serving up congestion ahead of Thanksgiving. On the menu right now at 9, the 514 split, the Sepulveda Pass, and where the 405 and 101 meet. Our chopper was overhead to get a look at just some of the busiest spots around Southern California. And we have live team coverage of the holiday getaway, starting with Mike Rogers at the desk. He has the biggest trouble spots. Mike?
Yeah, you know, Pat, our biggest trouble spots are not a surprise, really. They're the major arteries getting in and out of Southern California. I want to jump right into our traffic maps to show you what things look like now. Certainly a lot better than we saw earlier this afternoon as we get into the 9 o'clock hour. But I want to take you to some of the spots that are finally starting to clear up. Pat, I've been watching the 15 freeway into Riverside County all night long, and I can tell you, just at this moment, I even checked it about 5 minutes ago, is the first time all night this stretch of road has hit freeway speed. So they are finally starting to clear things up over there. I'll go up to the Cajon Pass here, which is still has a lot of red. It has gotten a little bit better, but your drive through there, just from the 210 to the 138, is still about 47 minutes. You're still only moving about 19 miles an hour through that stretch of road. I want to show you what that looks like. This is on the southbound side, the northbound side of the brake lights there, and we'll take you over to LAX. LAX has been solid red lights. It looks a lot worse because of the fog. But, you know, we really wanted to know which road, which freeway, which artery was going to be the worst one here in Southern California. INRIC says that's the 5 freeway from Los Angeles up to the Central Valley and up north because so many people are traveling that road. So we found the worst spot we could, and we sent our Gio Insignares there to talk to people who are also in the worst spot on this day before Thanksgiving. Gio.
Mike, good evening. That's right. We certainly ran into quite a few number of people making their way to their destinations and struggling with the commute time. Slow and steady wins the race on holiday travel, right? Let's step out of the way, show you that trouble spot that you were mentioning because it is quite the contrast here on the 5 going from LA to Bakersfield. That's the one you mentioned is the most significant one that was going to have the heaviest congestion this evening. Northbound on the 5 between those two spots. Again, this was bumper to bumper just a couple of hours ago, and a drive along that route, according to the data, would take about 4 hours, doubling how long it would typically take if you were to make that drive. Now, overall, AAA projects almost 6 million SoCal residents will head 50 miles or more from home over the Thanksgiving holiday travel period. That's specifically by car. That is just under a 3% increase over last year's number of travelers, and it's 2.6% higher than the pre-pandemic holiday going back to 2019. But with that many people on the road, travelers we talked to tonight say it's highlighted quite the annoyances from other drivers trying to make it to their destinations. In some cases, it's made what's already a long drive a little bit more difficult.
People express their frustration with the way they drive, I'll say that much. People shout with the way they move their cars.
Please use your blinker. Please, I don't care if you overuse it, use your blinker.
They don't put their lights to go into the second lane, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. I gotta close my eyes, I'll be on the phone if I don't wanna look over there, and you know, because how dangerous it is.
For commuters in this specific area, the concerns are elevated by the fatigue of having to be on the road for longer than usual, of course. All the people we spoke with said the bumper-to-bumper traffic will eventually be worth it once they get to where they're headed, but in the meantime, it's obviously a bit difficult to manage. And taking a look at traffic back out here live, if anyone was wondering about an alternative to what is supposed to be the toughest time to travel, we know roads are expected to clear up on Thanksgiving Day, and they already have cleared up again in just the last couple of hours, so that's certainly a sigh of relief for a lot of folks. And if you actually had to stretch it for a little bit while longer tomorrow morning, last second before you have to get home, that would be the best time, according to experts, to head out in terms of not running into anybody else. But again, as long as you make it home to the family, that's the ultimate goal. Reporting in Silmar this evening, I'm Gio Insignares, KCAL News.
All right, thanks so much, Gio. Traveling by air was a challenge for many today. Snow in Denver delayed hundreds of flights, and air traffic control staffing issues still a problem for Newark Liberty Airport. Now, one of the nation's worst airports for delays on any normal day, leading to delays of up to 3 hours.
I was expecting chaos. This is the first time I ever flew day before Thanksgiving because I always said I would never do that.
Well, the nation's airports plan to screen around 2.9 million passengers, making today the busiest day before Thanksgiving. And now for a live look at LAX, where it's been foggy most of the evening, but you can still make out all those red lights there. We expected it to be busy today, though.